I am Aimee. Oh, I have something on my eye again from the story of my morning. Um, let's see, is it out yet? Well, anyway, I am Aimee Raupp of aimeeraupp.com, and I am so excited and honored to be able to come to you. I do these lives on Instagram and Facebook every single week, talking to you about pertinent and timely healthcare issues, challenges, life issues, challenges, and my main goal is to help you live your best, your healthiest, your most fulfilled life. Some of you know me as a fertility expert, and I have written several books. One of them is called Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. So that book does help a lot of women get pregnant, and I have learned a lot. And I've been in clinical practice as an acupuncturist for 16 years. And I've written other books. I recently wrote a book called Body Belief, which is all about how to heal autoimmune conditions and learn to love your body more. And my first book is called Chill Out and Get Healthy. That book came out 10 years ago. So I've been in the space of educating and empowering all of you for over a decade. And, I've learned a lot. And I feel really confident in my ability to educate and empower all of you so you can take the reins over your life, whether you're trying to heal an autoimmune condition, trying to get pregnant, trying to not get the coronavirus, trying to stay sane in such uncertain times. I'm here for you. I got your back, and I want to guide and support you. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, which if you're live now, chances are you do, but have you checked out my daily acupressure and mantra videos I've been doing? I think I've done 5 so far. My plan is to keep them rolling, hopefully for the next week or two. And I'm doing those as a gift to all of you to keep you feeling calm, balanced, connected in your body, empowered, and to keep your immune system strong during such uncertain times. Yes, absolutely. All right, Erica, you're tuning into them. I love it. I'm not sure over here, Facebook, if I want to tell you, Beth, I only see 2 people that have joined. I don't see any comments or anything. So I don't know if Facebook's doing that same thing it did to us last week. But just an FYI, I'm going to actually open up my Facebook on my other page too, just so I don't miss any questions or comments. So last week, Facebook was acting funky where I couldn't see comments or questions, which was a little annoying. So let me just pull up my page over here. I don't want to miss anybody because I know this is a time where we're all feeling really frazzled, uncertain, scared. I was abrupt with my husband yesterday. He was in his office, and I went in there, and he was playing like a video game. And I was like, "There's so much to be done. Go play with your son. Do something." Da, da, da. And he was just like, and he like sat me down, and he talked me through it and was just like, these are uncertain. Oh, Millie. See, I knew I was meant to sign on and see somebody's comments. Millie, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love your family. Give your best to your mama. Miss your face, your beautiful face. So I knew I was meant to sign on and see. I see Millie's comments. There we go. But, I was uptight yesterday, and I granted had a really busy schedule yesterday, and part of it, I was feeling guilty that I had to kept leaving my child, and was he busy? Don't put him in front of the TV, give him activities, all the things. You feel like you're juggling a million things. And I was short with Ken, and uptight that he was playing a video game because A, I hate video games, and B, WTF, you're 48 years old. But anyway, that's his decision, and I am judging him, and I am very clear on that. But it came very apparent to me too that as calm and balanced as I feel, I definitely am also experiencing the stress of all this uncertainty. It's definitely impacted my livelihood some, right? I can't go into my clinic right now and see my acupuncture clients, which is one of my favorite things to do, and also a big part of my income. And that's going to impact me for who knows how long. And at this point, I'm still, have to pay the rent, and I have to pay the mortgage, all the things that we all are experiencing. And, So I took a nice deep breath and just kind of laughed at myself and appreciated the fact that my husband was able to be so grounded and kind of knew exactly where I was at. He was just like, honey, this is a stressful time for everyone. Everyone is just freaking the F out. So just take a deep breath. We got more weeks of this, so let's just figure it out. What advice would you give a person with a 5-day blastocyst in the 2-week wait? So you did your transfer and you're currently waiting to get a positive pregnancy test. I would just keep doing all the things you planned on doing. Hopefully your diet stays and remains clean. You're getting enough sleep, right? So for all of us, it's like the things that we need to do to manage right now in these uncertain times. We might feel, Abraham had a quote that I got emailed this morning and I posted it in my stories. And it went something like, we might not be able to take action, but we can manage our thoughts, right? And I would even to go one step further, and you know, so the thoughts play a big role here, but then just our general lifestyle choices. Right now I think might actually be a healthier time for a lot of people because we're getting to sleep in a little bit more. We're having a little more downtime. A lot of people aren't commuting every day to and from their offices, dealing with all the other personalities. So there's actually a lot less stress for a lot of people. There's the uncertainty stress, which is a totally different stress, but we deal with uncertainty all the time. Relationships, the 2-week wait, our jobs. There's so much uncertainty at all times. Right now, it's heightened because it's a world of uncertainty, right? And we're watching these other, countries deal with this pandemic, and how are we dealing with it? So, my advice to you, Erica, is the same advice to everyone else. Keep taking your supplements, keep eating your nutrient-dense diet, keep managing your stress as best you can, meditation, visualization, take some walks outside, get into nature. Did I say get enough sleep? Get some movement in every day. Verbalize your emotions, know what you're feeling, where you're at, and share that with others. Get support. Social distancing does not mean social isolation. So if it's just getting your support this way, then do that. If it's through social media, we're FaceTiming a lot with school friends, with parents and in-laws and all that. And, probably spending a little more time on the phone than I normally do. I don't really like to talk on the phone, but the FaceTime, the video aspect is really nice to connect, right? So still find your ways to connect. I have a beautiful 2-week wait meditation, Erica. So if you want to private message us on Instagram, and we'll send you the link for that 2-week wait meditation. But those are the things that I really would urge all of you to continue to do. So I know there's, we can't go out, and our kids can't go to school, and we can't go meet our friends, and there's all these things that are put on us. But the things we still can do is we still can get outside for a walk. We can still meditate. We can still move. We can still eat good quality foods, right? That might run out at some point. That's a little scary, but we can still take our supplements every day. So every day we're still piling up on our vitamin D, our cod liver oil, our elderberry syrup, our spirulina, my liver pills. We're really doing the things that we need to do to keep ourselves healthy. Our probiotics. I just had my, this was my soup this morning. Kind of looks gross at this point, but that's my liver support soup, which is basically a greens soup. So there's bone broth in there. I added some avocado and an egg. I'm getting all the food I need. I have my hand sanitizer right here and my water. And, what I really wanted to talk about today is just this fact that we deal with uncertainty all the time. This isn't anything new. And how do we best deal with uncertainty? I think we just stay prepared, right? So we do everything we can do to prepare ourselves. And then the rest we have to trust. And, what I mean for preparing is, it is the diet, it is the lifestyle, it is the supplements, but it's also really the thoughts, right? It's the thoughts we think. We can get really ahead of ourselves right now in these times and go down the rabbit hole of, am I going to be able to pay my bills? When is the next time, I get to send my child for a play date, or I get to go to my favorite, exercise class, or go to my favorite coffee shop, or get back to work, or any of these things. This isn't going to be forever. And remember, we're taking these measures to protect people so that the healthcare crisis isn't as big as it could potentially be. So these measures are warranted, but they're preventative too. So remember that too, that we are taking these measures to prevent a really major healthcare crisis because we just don't have enough hospital beds or ventilators to manage if everybody was to get the coronavirus, right? So we're taking these measures as a form of protection for ourselves and our family. So if you can stay in that space, that this is a choice. You could rebel against it and go to your places. No one will be there. Some places you might get in trouble. Um, but that this is a choice and that this isn't going to last forever. And so, when I deal with women trying to conceive, we deal with this level of uncertainty all the time. And so when am I going to get pregnant? When is my baby coming to me? Is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to get to the other side of this? So this is very much the same as dealing with the coronavirus. Um, One thing we always work on is the trusting. So we do the preparedness and the opportunity. And, so our job is to stay prepared. So mentally, physically, emotionally, we stay in our prepared space. And that means we're exercising, we're eating, we're sleeping, we're taking our supplements, we're connecting with our community, we're asking for help when we need it, we're reaching out to others, right? And then we're staying in this space of how are we communicating with ourselves? Are we cheering ourselves on or are we beating ourselves up? The acupressure mantra videos I've been doing every day are really mantras to just soothe and calm our nervous system because it's such a heightened sense. I'm choosing we can have the news on for a certain period of time every day, and then that's it. We're listening to music. Everybody's reading a book. We're trying to stay in this space of like calming ourselves, using this time to nurture ourselves as well. And when the stressors come up, as they're going to, because there's so much uncertainty about so many things, it's just know that you're showing up as your best self. You're doing the best you can do, and now we have to trust the rest. When it comes to some of these financial issues, we're going to trust that the government has these things in place for pandemics, or if they don't, they're hopefully putting them in place to help us. We're going to figure this out. This is going to get figured out. Everything is figure outable, as Marie Forleo said. So when it comes to this uncertainty, I think the best thing we can do is just show up as the best version of ourselves, and that does include the thoughts we think, right? There's research. I talk about this in Body Belief, and we want to talk about our immune system. There's research to show that positive and hopeful thoughts support our immune system. Negative and worrisome thoughts deteriorate our immune system. So if you want to stay strong and healthy, and if you get exposed to this virus, that you'll be able to fight it, remember your thoughts play a role there too. Okay, so it's not about being all rainbows and sunshine and just kind of naive. I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying, when you get into that spin of, is this going to work out? When is this going to get better? When are things going to shift? Deep breath. Ask yourself a couple of questions. How is that serving me? Is it serving me to be stressed and worried? Do I have a solution to this right now? Is there a known solution? Is someone else working on the solution? Can I hand over that solution to somebody else? Is it my business to worry about the whole country? No, it's not. What is my business? My business is to worry about, for me, it's under this roof. That's my business. And then all of my people that I get to serve, I don't take the responsibility for you guys because that's way too big of a deal for me, but I take responsibility for how I show up for you, and that I am practicing what I preach. And so when I get in those worrisome thoughts, it's just, how does that serve me? And how can I focus on the solution rather than the problem? And if there isn't a clear solution right now, what can I do to best prepare myself towards, the direction of the solution? Sarah Jane, oh, so nice to see you, my love. Aw. Wishing you guys the best. Hope everybody's healthy over there. I'm sure they are. And what can I do mentally to best support myself right now? And this is also a time, it's a very creative, opportunistic time for a lot of people of like maybe bringing their businesses online, learning what it looks like to work from home. What are other avenues of income, revenue streams that we could work on? So for so many, people might feel paralyzed, but hopefully in the days to come to start to spend more time meditating if you have the time, spend more time journaling, spend more time looking at other people's businesses and how they're doing these things, and what can I do right now, in an effort, if you will. I don't want you to effort too much, but in a direction of looking at the solutions and potential positive outcomes versus things totally unfolding and falling apart. Oh, thank you, little coconut-y. I send you guys so much love too. To consider all of these, hi Janice, all of these, everything happens for a reason, right? And how we show up for ourselves is really important in that. And we can have those pity parties, and a lot of us are just dealing with things that are beyond our control, and they were going on before the coronavirus, and maybe the coronavirus has heightened that, and that's scary, and life has been put on hold, but there's a lot of blessings in that. We get a lot more downtime right now. I hope. I haven't had any this week, but I'm hoping to capture a little bit of downtime tomorrow. I haven't seen a lick of downtime this week, but I'm remaining hopeful there. But how can we take advantage of this time? And then in this time too, how can we continue to best support, nourish, and nurture ourselves? And remember, our thoughts really are the number one way to nurture and support ourselves. So when we get to this space of, oh my goodness, this is going to work out. How is this going to work out? Oh my goodness, I'm so scared. Oh my goodness. I want you to just take a deep breath. Ask yourself, how is this serving me? Is this helping me get to a solution? Is this helping me feel better? Probably not. I do have a choice in the thoughts, I think. So what else could I think? What would make me feel better in this moment? Maybe it's choosing to think that things will eventually work out. Things are unfolding. I've been in positions like this before, and it's been really scary, and it has worked out for me. What did I do then that I could try to adopt now? Abraham, my spiritual coach, would say, take a nap, break the cycle, or focus on something that feels good. So what is something that you could do in this moment that feels good? What we're trying to do too is not get lost in the fear, and that's part of the reason why I'm not watching the news that much, and really just trying to be silly and have fun, dance and sing and listen to music. We were singing songs last night, and playing a board game, things that like we just don't really do much of anymore, and trying to connect in that way too. So if you're in that thought process, it's like, okay, how does this serve me? What can I choose to think otherwise? And then maybe what activity could I do that's going to get my mind off of this worrisome thought? And I'm not going to lie, it is a frightening time. I think many of us are strong and healthy enough to manage through this virus if we get it. And especially if you follow, I did a video over the weekend last week on all my tips to manage and boost your immune system. I urge you to follow that, but especially if you follow that advice. And I have my mom here, and she's a healthy 71-year-old, but sure, I worry about if she gets she wanted to go to Whole Foods yesterday, and I told her she wasn't allowed to. So I'm taking the precautions where I need to. Women are asking me, do I still think it's a safe time to get pregnant? Yes, it is. There's zero research that shows it's not safe to conceive right now. And it's not unsafe for women to be pregnant right now. It is unsafe if you get a high fever. So I want you to manage the fever if you get it. But I think a huge eagle just flew past my window. Wow. But you can continue life to the extent that you can continue life. A lot of you were doing fertility treatments. Those have been put on hold. Trust that process too. Trust it. I know some of it feels like a delay and like life is being put on hold, but what can we do to enjoy this time, this slowing down of things? There's less on our calendar. There's less to do. We don't have to run out to the store. We don't have to, run to certain appointments. Things have been canceled. Take an opportunity in that. Rest more, meditate more, cook more, connect more with your community, however you do that, whether it's via Instagram or Facebook or FaceTiming or, social groups. Isolation self-distancing, social distancing does not mean self-isolation, right? And I think that's a really important point to remember. So ask for support, get the support where you need it, and then just get ahead of your thoughts. Keep asking yourself, how does this serve me? Is it helpful for me to sit and worry and lose my mind? This is great, Aimee. Thank you. There are silver linings for sure. Our whole world is slowing down, unless you're a medical worker or a grocery store clerk, and that's it too. Like Brene Brown had a gorgeous post today on Instagram, and it's a bunch of medical workers of like, can you stay at home and rest for me because I can't rest, and can you stay at home because you're making my job easier, and to really like let's think about that on a bigger picture issue that this is preventative measures. We are all doing this as a means to slow this virus down, to flatten that curve so we can prevent a major healthcare crisis. And I hope you all really understand that. That's the importance here. I started a book for fun. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, have a book club with your family. My mom learned FaceTime for the first time with my nieces and nephews. There's a beautiful video, self-quarantined Italians singing out in the street. I saw that. It was so special. It made me cry. Many of us are able to join you live at this moment. Lots of good stuff. Exactly. And there's a lot of fun, I think fun, that can come out of this, and excitement. Oh, hey, Reno. Mwah, love you. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm sure you are. Stay safe and strong. I am, always. You know that. And you guys too. And get out for walks. I mean, that was my vision. Every morning, this week I wanted to get out for a nice long walk with James, and we have a great hiking trail. I made it out twice, but it's only Thursday, so it's raining today. Maybe not today, but definitely this whole weekend, and just more together time. And embrace that as much as you can. Embrace it. And there are no rules right now. This is brand new territory for so many of us. So the uncertainty is frightening for sure. However, it's our preparedness and how we meet it. And so we just keep taking care of ourselves, nourishing ourselves, and don't let the stress get too far ahead of you, because there's just so much that is out of our control that we have to hand over. Does very low estrogen levels cause headaches? It can, absolutely. We say blood deficiency in Chinese medicine, but similarly, I have diminished ovarian reserve. I'm monitoring my cycles. My estrogen isn't increasing at all. My estrogen is undetectable. It's never happened before. I would look into seed cycling. That's one of the best things you could do right now, naturally, to help improve estrogen levels. That's one thing I would look into, Anne, okay? And it could be from stress, absolutely. It could definitely be from stress. Seed cycling, lots of fat, like choline. So choline-rich foods are the ultimate precursor to all of your hormones. Stress really impacts hormones, but so super nutrient-dense fat foods like bone broth and eggs and seeds and nuts really will be helpful to you. Okay. So I want to just finish up with just a couple deep breaths, and I'll say a few things, and then I'm going to let you guys go about your day, okay? So everybody just, if you can, close your eyes with me. You can place your hands over your heart, on your lap, in prayer like I am, whatever feels comfortable to you. Let's take a deep breath in. And exhale. And you can repeat after me out loud or silently to yourself. I am strong. I am resilient. I am healthy. I am lucky. I am protected. I am safe. I am strong. I am resilient. I am healthy. I am lucky. I am protected. I am safe. Things are always working out for me, even when I am uncertain of how things are going to work out. They do seem to work out for the best. So I'm going to do my best right now to take care of me, to support my loved ones, to show up for myself, to be kind to myself in my actions and in my thoughts. Okay, guys. I love you. So make sure, check out my Instagram, acupressure stories. I'm doing them every day. The IGTVs, acupressure and mantras. I have to do one still today. I will get to it probably in about an hour. And yeah, I'm here for you guys. I might start coming live a little more regularly, depending on how long this lasts. Colleen, hope you guys are doing good. I like seeing some of your beach pictures during this time. Okay, I love you guys. Love you, Mel. Love you, love you, love you. Okay, everybody, be safe, stay strong, take your vitamin D and your probiotics. And your bone broth, okay? Ciao. Ciao.